Hi, this is Brad with Pro Light Gear. We're out here at beautiful Bozeman Beach today, and I'm going to show you the Terra Solar Photon 1. The minimum weight on this tent is, how many grams was it, Shane?
826, I believe.
And that divided by 454 gives you 1.8 pounds, which divided by 16 gives you 29.7 ounces. So we'll call this 30 ounces minimum weight, which is pretty good for a little tent here, for a freestanding. Stuff sack goes away. Here are the poles. Instructions, we don't need those.
Brad might though.
First thing you notice about this tent, it is more typical of a kind of an American style tent because it has the hub system. So all the poles are going to be connected, kind of like Big Agnes, Sierra Designs, Easton, kind of pretty much everyone right now. These are DAC aluminum poles, so the exact same poles that Big Agnes uses in their little shelter here. Just going to kick these out. And if you notice here at the end, this is not a bent pole. They're actually pre-curved, so these will actually bend a little bit more than normal because of the curve of the tent, the way they have it set up. Also, in the stake bag, oops, it's got a Velcro thing here. You have sausage fingers, it's hard to open. They give you extra guy line for the tent. They give you the 1 gram paper clip stakes. First thing I would do with these is replace them immediately. These won't hold anything. So replace those. Either get the Easton FMJs, Easton stakes, or the MSR Carbon Reflex. Or even Terra Nova makes a carbon stake that's really nice. We have them at Pro Light Gear. And then they give you repair fabrics for the tent, from mesh to floor to outer fly, which is really nice. And the aluminum repair pole should you break a pole. So right here, this is the body of the tent. We're going to put the poles on this and cut back in. Alright, now that we have the poles on here, very similar to the Big Agnes Fly Creek series. They call this a freestanding shelter, but in actuality, if you don't have these 2 rear stakes out on the back side on the inner, it really isn't freestanding. There's a mesh panel right down here at the bottom to help a little ventilation down near your feet. The entire back side of this shelter is nylon instead of mesh. I don't mind that at all. It helps you get a little more tension in a shelter like this. At the head, another big piece of mesh. A big piece of mesh for the door. And then right here you'll notice that the tent kind of stops. The reason they did that is this is your vestibule right here, and you'll see that once we put the fly on. But for all practical purposes, I'm just going to crawl in this now so you can kind of see overall size of this shelter. I'm not little. I'm 6'2", so just kind of remember that when I'm getting in this thing. Here's the door. Shane, you might have to pull off that camera to come over here and take a look at this. Oh! Well, I definitely have plenty of shoulder room in here. If I was using a very snug sleeping bag, I would still have a problem in here. My shoulders would touch inside the sleeping bag. My feet, as you can see here, are right at the end, and my head is touching the ceiling. So if you're over 6 foot, I don't think this tent will work for you. We're going to kick on the fly, just so you can see what it looks like with the fly. This is actually really easy to get in and out of with this massive door just like right there. It's kind of nice. So we're going to kick off the camera here, put the fly on, and we will circle back. Alright, we now have the fly on the Solar Photon 1. I'm actually kind of impressed by how tight the fly is. Usually there's some sagging or rippling somewhere, but I mean, if a fly happened to run in this thing, you'd think it hit a drum head. I mean, it actually gets very, very snug on this shelter. To get into the door, you simply undo the bungee off the stake, undo the little Velcro, slide up to the top, undo this little zip clip right there, roll back the door, and you've got this portion to use as a vestibule through here for your gear. So you can set your pack down on its side, maybe your boots down over there, and then the door is right there. So really pretty easy getting in and out of this shelter. There you go. So pretty much right there. The downside to this, if you're trying to get in and out in the rain, I'm going to take my hand, or I've got a trekking pole over here. 1 second. We'll try and hold this as vertical as possible, but if it's raining and the door is open, right there is where the rain is going to start hitting, because that's the very top of the door where it lines up. So kind of could be a problem, could not be, just get in and out very quickly. If you have any questions about the Terra Nova Solar Photon 1, please feel free to give us a call, send us an email, and we'll be happy to help you out and take care of you. Thanks for watching.